Hey everyone, this is the Hero Talk podcast where we talk all things superhero from the movies to TV and everything in between. My name is Trey and I'm joined here with my co-host Josh and returning guest Cris Ruiz. Guys, are you ready to talk some heroes?
Yep.
Oh yeah, I'm ready, bro.
Alright, cool. So first things first, a few new trailers came out this week regarding heroes. The first thing we're going to talk about is the Batman vs. Superman trailer. Okay, so Cris, we all just watched the trailer. What did you think of this final Batman vs. Superman trailer?
Well, at first, last week when I was on here, I said I didn't want the trailer, but as soon as the trailer went up, I was eating my words. I mean, this was an awesome trailer. I mean, we actually got an actual glimpse of Batman being Batman, which we didn't get from the other three trailers, and I didn't even realize it till this one went out. I mean, the first 20, 30 seconds, you see him just tearing everybody apart. It gives you that total nostalgic, Batman Arkham feeling. It was great.
Yeah, I agree. Cris, or you are Cris. Josh, what did you think?
This trailer is horrible. No, I'm just joking. This trailer is great. God. This is a great trailer. I still don't want this trailer. I still didn't want this trailer. I think we've seen enough footage. We didn't need this trailer. But that being said, I love this trailer. The music fits I didn't love the music towards the middle, when Lex Luthor was talking about his whole thing, the 3-syllable word thing. I didn't like that. I didn't like the music at that point, but I love the music at the end when Batman hits when Batman's holding Superman's arm back. That is just, I got chills right when I saw that shot. I just started freaking out, and then I love Batman just kicking ass at the beginning of the trailer. I thought that was amazing. Like you said, Cris, Arkham action, finally.
Right?
That's what I've been wanting. I want Batman Arkham action, and finally, the Dark Knight trilogy is great, but we haven't seen, the action wasn't great. It was okay in there, so, yeah.
Yeah, and Josh said that you didn't need this trailer. None of us did, but what this trailer did is it wasn't for us. This was for the general audience. And this was to reinstate the fact that this is a movie titled Batman vs. Superman, and that's what you're going to get for a lot of this movie. It's Batman vs. Superman with some other side characters. And like you guys have both said, the Arkham series is my favorite video game series ever. Arkham Knight is one of my favorite games ever. I love that game. I just played it for the 4th time again last week and beat it. And that style of fighting is straight from Arkham, the Arkham games. So that was really cool to see. And like Josh said, that part where Batman basically blocks Superman's punch and then just looks at him and what he's thinking, that just gave me chills. That was so cool. And like he said, sorry.
I'm interested to see. I'm interested to see what Batman did to amplify that suit, because you could see
Kryptonite suit.
The armored suit, because he blocks that punch like it was nothing. And Superman looking at him like, wait a minute, he's human. I'm a Kryptonian. What's this? So I mean, we've heard rumors that the armored suit is Zod's suit. We've heard. I mean, that's what we've heard. But I mean, I'm very curious to see how. How can I explain this? Before, when you saw this, it's Batman versus Superman, but Superman is obviously going to win. But then you see that block, and it's wait, okay, Batman has a chance here.
I think what happens is that suit is filled with kryptonite. That suit has some type of kryptonite capability in it, because you can't explain it any other way. Unless it's some other type of anti-Superman material. But what did you all think of Wonder Woman? Josh, I'll let you start in this trailer.
I mean, she was barely in it, but it was a cool shot seeing her fight.
We heard her speak. Diana, at least. We heard Diana speak for the first time.
Well, yeah, but that was nothing. We barely saw anything, so not enough for me to judge her character.
Well, she had that jump. That was really cool. The first kind of action scene we've seen.
Yeah.
Cris, what did you think of Diana Prince / Wonder Woman?
I think she's looking good. Definitely, not a lot in there with her, but we hear her talk. I'm like, okay, that's cool. We saw her jump. We saw her with the sword and shield, like we did in the other trailers. So, it's not much to say right now, but obviously they knew what they were doing when they cast I don't know how to say her name. Gal Gadot, Gal Gadot, whatever, however you say her name. But
I
they,
think.
how do you say it?
Gadot or
Gadot.
Godot. I don't know if the T is silent or not. No one really knows.
All right, one of the two. Either way, the casting was very smart because casting is always smart. They know what they're doing. So
yeah. I mean, I think it was cool that we heard her speak for the first time because that was some people's concern is like, are they holding back? And I think her line was perfect because it kind of, I think what we saw of Wonder Woman in this trailer is sort of reminiscent of what we'll see in the movie. Like, she's not going to be a ton of screen time, but she's going to really be impactful. Like, that back and forth between Bruce and Diana where he's like, I've known a few women like you, and she's like, trust me, you've never seen any woman like me, or something like that. That was really cool. And then just, like, that lunge she had was crazy. And, yeah, I mean, she was really cool. Definitely my favorite part was that bath scene with Lois. Just kidding. That was weird, though. Like, why was, like, Clark Kent fully clothed, you know?
He's a romantic, man. You can't question him.
Was that Clark?
Yeah.
That was Clark.
No, that was Lex. That was part of the evil plan.
I wasn't really sure. Like, watching the trailer, I had no idea who that was. Like,
no, dude, that's Henry Cavill, man. I recognize
those.
I recognize those biceps, no matter how long the sleeves are, man.
What do you do on your free time, Chris?
Man, I take online college courses, man. All I got is time. I'm back on this show, man. That's how you know I got a lot of time.
No, I'm saying, do you look at Henry Cavill's biceps or something?
I've only seen this trailer about 4 times, man. I just saw it, and I'm like, all right, that's what I'm gonna remember the most.
Yeah, you guys can follow Chris on Twitter at Henry Cavill's biceps. Just kidding. You should change it to that though. But yeah, so
Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck's biceps is mine now. So, kind of wrapping up this trailer, Chris, overall, what are your thoughts on this?
Can't wait to see the movie next month. Really looking forward to it. This put up the hype factor by a lot with the Batman fighting, because I didn't think we were good. Because I mean, let's face it, they weren't showing much of Batman unless he was like complaining about Superman or whining or getting suited up and fighting. But this time you see him fighting, other bad guys, where it's like, oh, this is Batman doing his Batman thing.
I guarantee that's the first scene of the whole movie.
I don't think it's the first.
So.
I think what I heard is the first scene is going to be like a redo of the Metropolis fight, but I don't know how accurate that was.
I don't think so. I think
that one seems like it'd be a flashback scene to me.
I agree. I swear I heard that, but
or
who knows?
That scene is at least one of the first scenes.
Yeah, definitely. It very well introduces Batman very well. I just said very well twice. But okay, yeah, Josh, what are your final thoughts on this trailer?
Loved it. I've said all my thoughts. I just think it's a great trailer. Can't wait to see it in what is it, 3 weeks?
5.
About a month and a week, I think.
Yeah, 5 weeks.
Alright, so 4 weeks. Well, I'm seeing it a week early.
Lucky.
Because of the Zack Snyder and the whole trailer screening. So I'm seeing it. Hopefully, I get those tickets soon. I'm seeing it a week early. So
that's
awesome.
I hate that.
Hopefully, I'm seeing it a week early. So
yeah.
So hopefully 4 weeks for me, but 5 weeks is great. I can't wait.
Yeah. In my thoughts, very well crafted trailer. The music, I think they kind of tried to do a Suicide Squad tone where they kind of made it seem more fun, because that old DC is no jokes thing. But yeah, really cool trailer. I don't know if I like it more than the Comic-Con trailer. But
no,
yeah,
I don't like it as much.
9 out of 10 trailer, 10 out of 10 trailer. I don't really care. But this isn't in the notes. But there is a little bit of a so-called scoop that Warner Brothers was a little worried about Batman vs Superman and how it's going to resonate with a lot of people. Where I don't want to go deep into this because I want to have a positive view. But Chris, did you hear about this? And if so, what do you think?
No. Can you give a bit of a recap?
Yeah, so I don't know how accurate I'm going to be, but basically this guy reported that Batman vs Superman, Warner Brothers is worried about it, and that if it doesn't do as well as they want, they're going to move Justice League back and take Zack Snyder off of it, and they're going to put a Batman solo film in place of Justice League.
I don't trust this at all.
I don't either. I just want to know your guys' opinion.
Even if it is true, all Hollywood studios are gonna, all of them, Fox, Warner Brothers, Weinstein Company, all these studios, they all have, fears, okay? Because it's not because of it's because that's their money. There's these movies, comic book movies especially, are hundreds of millions of dollars to make. Okay, so they're gonna be very, very scared about their product going out there. Okay, I mean, some people are gonna, it's just how can I explain this easily? It's their money, and they're scared. If it's just, it's fear. It's a fear. Just it's gonna be fine. Don't worry. Just all studios have this where they don't know if people are gonna like the movie or not, so they have to start throwing in these little ideas. But it's gonna be fine. Just all studios have these moments of fear. It's normal. Trust me. Everything's all right. Ben Affleck's been praising this movie. They've obviously made him look good. And they got him this deal with the Batman deal and directing. He wouldn't have done that if it weren't for Snyder and his what?
That's not official yet.
Well,
I know. I'm saying it's not official. I'm just saying
it's officially unofficial.
Yeah, let's go with that. But it's
unofficially official.
What you're saying though. It's probably not true. But if it was true, it's nothing to worry about.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, no matter what, we're gonna get a Justice League movie. So this is not true at all, or at least I don't think it's true at all.
The thing
I think Trey's just trying to test us right now, is what it really is. He wants to get our opinions, make sure.
Well, I read the article. It was from Hit.
Yeah, and basically what they said is Warner Brothers was very confident in Man of Steel, and a lot of people loved it, a lot of people didn't like it, and they're worried this is going to be like that. But I don't think taking Zack Snyder off of Justice League is the worst thing, to be honest. Like, I think having a different view would be really cool.
See,
I'd
rather have Affleck direct it, honestly.
I know we have to wrap this up soon, so I'm gonna just say this one thing. Man of Steel was awesome. The only thing I didn't like was when Clark had to go talk to a random priest to ask advice about Zod. That was it. He could have asked freaking Jor-El, and then he would have given him the word. But instead, he asked a random priest, and that we didn't see prior to this. We didn't hear any mention. He's like, "Hey, what do I do?" Like that's it. Other than that, it was great. Speaking
of talking to random priests, there was a new trailer for Daredevil season 2. You guys like what I did there?
Yeah.
I helped you set up for that. You're welcome.
You did. Thank you. So the Daredevil season 2 trailer, we're going to talk about it right now. All right, Josh, we just watched the trailer again. What are your thoughts on this?
I love this trailer. I love everything about this trailer. I just think from the music being creepy at the beginning of throughout the whole trailer to just stuff like what's this season going to be about, like Punisher versus Daredevil is what I get from this trailer. And I think there will be a background villain, kind of like the Doomsday and
Elektra maybe,
or kind of like that, which I think will be Wilson Fisk. I hope, at least, but I hope he comes back. But I think just great trailer. Punisher, John Bernthal is perfect as the Punisher. I love that he got cast. I think that's great. Charlie Cox as Matt Murdock is still great. I love the new. I think it's a new suit, but I love it. I love what it looks like. Seeing Elektra at the end is pretty cool. I can't wait for the second trailer because part 2 of the trailer comes out. When is it? The 25th. Yeah, so can't wait for that.
Cris, you just viewed it for your first time. So what are your thoughts on this?
I'm going to start watching the series now.
Oh, you haven't seen it?
You know what?
I still, even after that other one, the other episode we did, I still didn't see it. But this one is okay, one of the things that drove me away from watching Daredevil was he has the amateur suit at first. Cause
I really liked that suit.
It grows on you. Grows on you?
Okay. And I see him in this suit. I'm like, okay, we got something. But then I see him I see the Punisher in here, and and then he's just, oh my god! The casting so far looks pretty good. He's badass. He's shooting everybody. He's got a vendetta. Is he a good guy? Is he a bad guy deal right now? Everyone sees him as a bad guy, but he might see himself as a good doing bad. I don't know, but still, it looks freaking awesome. I'm gonna start watching this. I'm gonna start watching this today. You guys have my word on that. Episode 1, I'm starting today on Netflix.
Dope.
And I cannot believe and obviously Punisher's doing really good because he got the okay to do a spinoff show recently. They or at least are looking into that. Am I getting that right?
Yeah, man,
in development. It's not greenlit, but it's being developed.
Marvel is like Oprah right now with their spin-off shows. You know, they're giving they're giving Luke Cage a spin-off show. You know, we're getting Iron Fist. Yeah, it's like you get a spin-off show, you get a spin-off show, but
everybody gets a show.
there's rumors of Moon Knight, the Agents of Shield getting 2 more spin-offs or 1 more spin-off in a new Marvel series.
Maybe if Luke Cage gets another spin-off, it'll be spin-offception. But yeah, Daredevil season 2 trailer. I don't really want another trailer, to be honest, because this was awesome. A lot of the Punisher. We sort of see like the Punisher's motives, so I think pretty sure what they're going with is that his family was killed and that he's trying to go after criminals like people that killed his family, something similar to that.
No, I think he's going for revenge on the.
Well, yeah, like I'm saying like the criminal type that killed his family, like I keep saying. Yeah. But yeah, a lot of the Punisher, a lot of Daredevil. Daredevil. I mean, this is definitely a dark show. Season one was awesome. Really enjoyed it. I think season 2 will honestly probably be even better because they don't have to establish the character of Daredevil. But yeah, I do want a lot of Kingpin though, because Kingpin was really cool.
Oh yeah, I love Daredevil season 1. I didn't think it was like perfect, but I thought it was like really good. I thought it was a really good series, and I can't wait for season 2.
I preferred Jessica Jones, but I thought they were both great.
I don't know which one I prefer. I still have a hard time with that. Some days I say Daredevil, some days I say Jessica Jones.
I think Daredevil, the character is cool, like the superhero is cooler, but I like to show Jessica Jones a little bit more. But
I'm gonna say Jessica Jones, but I don't know for sure. Yeah. Chris, that's another show you need to watch.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go in order though. I know with Jessica Jones came after Daredevil, but yeah, that's on the list too. But yeah, guys, have my word. Daredevil episode 1 today. I'm on it.
Sick. So
you'll like it.
Yeah. So a lot of Marvel today. Next, the first picture for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 was released, and we have all of the cast returning. But this picture, I think it's really cool because we see a little baby Groot standing on Drax's shoulder. Chris, do you like this picture?
Baby Groot. That's all I gotta say.
It's so cool. I love Baby Groot.
And also, what's so cool about this is it looks like that right now in the picture they look like they're a band, right? They look like just an 80s, 90s band, and they're ready to just walk out on stage. And you can see the crate on their right with the wheels on the bottom. That's when I was like, okay, they're ready to go out there. They're ready to perform. Okay,
it's like that's just stage equipment.
Yes, it looks awesome.
Yeah, really cool. So Josh, what do you think of this picture?
Oh, the picture is great. It's just how long has Guardians? What's the time span is really what I want to know. Because how long has Groot been a baby? I just kind of figured he would be like half size, maybe.
I think it probably just goes like a few days after. I don't know.
You think so?
I don't know.
I was thinking like maybe a few
definitely longer.
I thought maybe like a few months to a year or something.
Yeah, I mean we don't know how long it takes Groot to grow. So
yeah,
we gotta brush up on our comics because there's someone else out there doing a podcast that knows exactly how long it takes for him to grow in that size. So we gotta brush up on this.
Yeah, but not a lot of people know Groot as well, so I feel like they could just make up their own thing if they really want.
A lot of people don't know Guardians of the Galaxy.
Now they do.
Well, now they do, yeah. And speaking about Guardians of the Galaxy, Kurt Russell was confirmed for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. So, are you ready to be hooked on a feeling again? James Gunn has officially confirmed that Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 has begun filming with a confirmed cast list and a great shadowy picture of the team, which we just talked about. Oh, and yes, Kurt Russell has officially joined the film. Gunn took to Facebook to reveal the picture above, which doesn't tell us much other than the already super cute baby Groot is probably going to get even cuter now that he's up and on wee little plant legs, as well as a principal cast of the film. So the rumor is Kurt Russell is going to be playing Star-Lord's father. I definitely could see that. Whether they're going to do that, I think they're probably going to do that, but who knows. I think it's cool that James Gunn really is involved with the fans. Like, he takes his social media a lot to discuss with fans things about Guardians, just anything like that. So I'm glad that they officially announced that Kurt Russell was going to be in the movie rather than someone seeing like a picture of him on set and having to do it that way. So, Josh, what are your thoughts on Kurt Russell joining the cast of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2?
I don't really know Kurt Russell that much, so I like this.
He was in Hateful Eight.
I mean, yeah, I know him from that, but like I don't remember any other Kurt Russell movies I've seen. I think he was in Escape from New York, so maybe he could get like some action back, like old action kind of stuff he did there. But he's gonna play Star-Lord's father. I just since like El Mayambi posted that, I've just kind of like figured, oh, he'll be in the movie, so he'll be Star-Lord's for dad. So whatever, I don't really care. I mean, cool. I'm glad, but it's just I kind of had my reaction like 2 months ago when he apparently scooped it, which that's
I hate that word.
Scoops. Spoilers are not scoops. Spoilers are not scoops. That's ridiculous. If you're gonna tell me that Kurt Russell is playing Star Wars dad, that is not a scoop. But whatever. So it was good. It was yeah. It's
Chris?
Cool.
Okay, Kurt Russell. That is the freaking man, okay? Escape from New York, The Thing, Big Trouble in Little China, Tombstone, Bone Tomahawk, Hateful Eight, Death Proof. That is the freaking dude, okay?
Did you just look up his filmography?
Yes, I'm a huge freaking Kurt Russell fan, dude. I've been watching. I mean, I didn't really develop till about last year, but I love everything he's in. Man, the fact he's gonna be in Guardians 2 is just amazing. I hope he's playing, big character or one of those little characters that, is huge but isn't going to be in the movie till like an hour and a half in. Like, everyone's at the edge of the seats waiting for it to happen. Like, it's just, oh my God, Kurt Russell's just so great. I'm glad they got a veteran, a veteran actor on another Marvel project, like what they did with Michael Douglas for Ant-Man. They're getting people you never expect to see in these movies on these movies. Okay, it's amazing. I love Kurt Russell. Can't wait to see Guardians 2.
Yeah, like they're getting an already established actor, not like a guy who's good in comic book movies, but a great actor, period. So that's cool. Any last thoughts?
No.
No? Okay.
Kurt Russell's the greatest.
Chris likes Kurt Russell.
I love Kurt Russell.
Our last piece of news, and this isn't exactly 100% confirmed, but 20th Century Fox revealed at Toy Fair 2016 that they would be targeting an R rating for Hugh Jackman's final run as the Wolverine next year. This news follows the massive success of Fox's first R-rated standalone superhero movie, as Deadpool absolutely killed the box office this weekend, which we're going to talk about at the end. They previously dabbled with the R-rated comic book movies earlier this year in 2015 was Kingpin the Secret Service, which I loved, which also turned out to be a surprise hit. Not as big of a success as the world's favorite new Merc, but a big success. So, Chris, Wolverine R, what are your thoughts?
It's interesting. I don't know what exactly the R would be for. I mean, mostly all the stuff he has in his PG-13 is all right so far. I mean, if we're going to add anything to their R rating, it's got to be blood and all, because Wolverine isn't someone that cusses a lot. I mean, occasionally he might throw in an F-bomb, just like the one F-bomb that are allowed in the movie. I guess because, PG-13, you don't get a whole lot of cursing, but you get one F-bomb, I guess. But, yeah I can definitely see, I mean, if they're going to make it rated R, he's going to be cutting off people's arms, okay? That's going to be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Josh? And, cutting off arms, gouging people's eyeballs out, a lot of graphics, a lot of graphic stuff. So, that looks interesting to see it's going to be rated R. I mean, it's going to be the last Hugh Jackman Wolverine movie. Might as well go out with a bang.
Yeah, I think that I don't really think it needs to be rated R, just because, Deadpool, a lot of the humor was definitely R-rated humor, plus the action was R-rated action. I just don't know if you need to make this R, but I'm okay if it's R, definitely. I'm kind of impartial. I don't really care if it's PG-13 or R. I know the last Wolverine movie, they did a PG-13 theatrical release, and on the Blu-ray they had an R cut. So I think that could be a cool way to do it too. Josh, what do you think about this?
I thought you guys were going to be on the side of it should be R. I'm glad that you guys really on the fence, because I hate this. It's gonna be awful.
Josh,
why do you have to hate everything we like, dude?
Yeah.
This is awful. Like, this is like,
Jeez.
I get, like, because the thing is, I look at it from the perspective, I'm 16 right now. I'm not old enough to go see a rated R movie. I need my parents or I need someone to sneak me in
You're
or
gonna
whatever.
be
So
17 when it
Ladies,
comes
if you
out.
need a date to the prom,
No,
hit up Josh on Twitter.
no, I'm not saying, like, I know I have to be 17, but I'm saying this from the perspective of people younger than me, too. Like, I'm not, Wolverine's not an R-rated character. Like, I get it, like, they want to, like, do they want to cut some arms off? Okay, but you don't need to do that. You could use that, just don't put so much blood in it, and it could still be PG-13. It's just, I don't think he's a rated R character. Like, Deadpool is a rated R character. His movie needed to be rated R. If his movie wasn't rated R, there's ways they could have done a PG-13, but it wouldn't have been like that good, like as good as everyone says it is. But it's just, but with Wolverine 3, Wolverine's not a R-rated character. He's never been an R-rated character in these movies. Don't just change the formula. He's been a PG-13 character. Don't change it because, oh, Deadpool was a success, so now let's make it R. It's just, I think that's ridiculous. And people, like, younger than me, like, when this movie comes out, like, 15-year-olds, 16-year-olds, 14-year-olds, they're going to try to see this. They're going to try to see this movie because Wolverine's their favorite character, and they're not going to be able to see this movie.
All right, well, they can do a little sneaking in because I think they can still sneak in. But
Dude, my theater doesn't even card me anymore, man. As soon as I turned 18, it's like, they don't card me anymore. And I was so mad because I was so happy to give my ID. I'm like, yeah, I got it, but then they don't even check me anymore. So
I was gonna see when I saw Deadpool. I was gonna, like, they weren't letting me into the theater, so I was like, all right, I'll get another ticket, I'll sneak in. But then I remembered the theater was gonna see it in. They check your ticket before you walk into the theater, like into the actual theater, so you can't sneak in no matter what. So I had to call my dad and tell him to come to the theater and take me, and be there, but. Yeah, I just don't want people to experience that for Wolverines. So I'm totally against this, and I don't think it's true. I think Fox is making a huge mistake if this is rated R.
Well, you know what? You are right. These are the same guys behind X-Men Origins Wolverine. So
that's a cuss word on this show, dude.
It is.
It's a curse word.
Yeah.
I'll throw it in the swear jar, man. I'm sorry.
I don't really care.
It never happened. It's all good. Days of Future Past. What's that about X-Men?
I don't.
3? Last Stand? Wolverine? What?
I don't even know what's going on anymore. But
I don't know, man. These timelines are confusing.
Yeah, multiple layers of canon. But yeah, so what do you guys think about Wolverine possibly being rated R? You know our stance, so that's that. So that is all the news we're going to talk about this week. Next, we're going to go into spoiler-filled reviews of The Flash Season 2, Episode 14, Escape from Earth 2, Legends of Tomorrow's Episode 4, White Knights, and the movie that we've all been talking about, The Merc with the Mouth, Deadpool. So if you haven't seen any of these things, thank you for watching, and please come back next week at the same time for all the best related superhero news and some negative feedback from Josh. So... Thank you, and now we're going to go into our spoiler segment, so you have been warned. So, first we're going to talk about an awesome episode of The Flash, Escape from Earth 2. So, while on Earth 2, the team receives help from a surprising source as they search for Zoom's lair on Earth 1. As they search for Zoom's lair. And then on Earth 1, Kalen works to perfect Velocity 9 so Jay can vanquish the Geomancer. That sounds weird. But, yeah, Cris, you saw this episode. What did you think of it? And this is the second part of, like, the same kind of series, you know?
Yeah. This was a really great follow-up to the first part of the Earth 2 episodes. I mean, like, the first one, I mean, they weren't, like, the same, or there weren't, like, too many similarities between the two episodes. Like, the first episode was setting up, getting used to Earth 2, then the second one was like, okay, we kind of hit the fan. We found what we're looking for. We need to go now. Yeah. But, you know, there's some complications. You can't get out. You got, on Earth 2, you got Zoom has Barry. Wells and Cisco need to find Barry, so they get the Earth 2 Iris and Earth 2 Barry to help find Earth 1 Barry. Uh-huh. And then you got two complications on the Earth One side. You've got this new metahuman coming to town.
God.
He's still bad. What's his name again?
Just poop face. Oh god, that was the worst thing. Geomancer or
Who
something.
cares?
The earthquake guy. Okay, yeah. So you had two.
Geomancer is his name.
Okay, Geomancer. So you had Geomancer on Earth One, starting some crap. He wants the Flash, but the Flash isn't there. So we have Jay. And Jay's getting in there. He's doing his thing. But then in the middle of it, he gets a new serum. The serum works for a little bit, and Geomancer follows Jay and everyone else back to Star Labs. So then he starts doing his little earthquake crap, pissing everybody off. We contain him, but at first it's cool. We get him, everything's all right, but then it's like, uh-oh, the portal's broken. We got a problem, And, fix the portal, no problem. The problems on the Earth 1 side were small compared to the Earth 2 problems, but it was great seeing how, especially, it was so great seeing Iris and Caitlin interact with each other on Earth 1, and then they'd cut to a scene where it was Caitlin and Iris interacting with each other on Earth 2, and it was just great seeing the comparison. I thought that was great. The genius cutting. It was awesome.
I didn't think about it that way.
Yeah, and let's save what we're all going to talk about, the thing that happened at the end, last. So, Josh, episode 14, Escape from Earth 2, thoughts?
Okay, my thoughts. Everything on Earth 1, I don't care. I don't care about anything that was happening. I don't care that they're having a problem. I get it. They're having a problem, but of course they're going to fix it by the end of the episode, so I didn't care. I hate that Geomancer character, and I agree.
Gosh.
Your tweet last night, he is worse than Jar Jar Binks. He's awful. He is horrible.
Shots fired.
He's a horrible character. Another thing, I hate Caitlin and Jay.
Man.
I hate them so much. They're
Hate
a
is
horrible
a strong
couple.
word, man.
They don't have good chemistry at all.
I think
They're a
they do.
terrible couple.
I like them.
I hope Jay's dead.
Caitlin's into the big buff dudes, man. It's just, that's the way it is, all right? There's just no stopping her.
Ronnie and Kate have such great chemistry. I just hate them together. But now for the positives. My positives. I love everything that was happening on Earth 2. I didn't think this episode was as good as last week, but it was still a really good episode. I think this would have been as great as last week if we didn't have all the Earth 1 stuff, but Earth 2, everything happening on there was great. I love the emotional scenes with Harrison and his daughter. I love the scene with that guy with the helmet thing on, tapping on the glass. That was cool.
We should talk about that.
Oh, we gotta talk about that.
I know
he was spelling out Jay, which is, okay, Jay, I don't know what he meant.
Jason Derulo. Wow.
I don't know what he was trying to do with saying Jay, but I don't know. Maybe he's. I don't know. Who could he be? Who do you think he is?
Hold on. I want to say my thoughts, and then we can go into this. So, yeah, I think this was a better episode than last week. Really cool. I did hate Geomancer, but I do like Caitlin and Jay. Rip, but everything on Earth 2 was so cool. It was so cool seeing the multiple kind of personalities of Killer Frost. We get the angry, don't call me Caitlin, to helping them, to, oh, this was just a plot that I was helping Zoom the whole time, and then, trying to kill Zoom, or holding Zoom down, whatever. That was really cool. I really enjoyed Killer Frost. Earth 2 Barry. I really, really liked the interaction between Earth 2 Barry and the Flash Barry, because that speech he had at the end where he's like, I'm just Barry Allen, but you're the Flash. He shows us that Barry Allen was a hero before he even got struck by lightning. He has the heart of a hero, which is awesome, because obviously we don't have the super speed, so we can relate to that. But Jesse Quick, I thought she was good in the episode. Harrison Wells, I'm glad that he finally got his daughter back, because I do really like him in this season. I like having to actually, invest in him in a good way. But yeah, really, really cool episode. I think that's all I have to say about it. So, like we said, I want to talk about right now the Man in the Mask. And I'll start because I want to say my theory. So, I don't know if you guys caught this, but in the episode, we see a glance of the Man in the Mask. And if you don't know what we're referring to, there was a third prisoner in Zoom's lair. Yeah, it's a lair. That was tapping on the glass and was doing this World War II POV kind of, or not POV, whatever it's called, POW kind of thing. So he was trying to spell out J, but if you there's one shot where you see him and he has blonde hair, like shorter blonde hair, and I saw it because that kind of confirms my theory. And if you guys agree with me, tell me. But he has kind of not like dark skin, but semi-dark skin. No,
Racist.
no. I'm just saying his skin color, man.
You don't know. It could be Jay Garrick with the tan or the other.
Okay,
Jay.
okay, but I'm
know.
not
You
saying,
never know. It could be a dude with a
color,
really dark tan.
The color. No, I'm not saying the color like the race. I'm just saying the color was tan.
I'm just playing. That's
Okay,
totally. That's definitely Wally in that mask.
Okay, thank you.
I'm just playing. Don't worry.
So I do think that's Wally West. And why I think this, because the actor that was playing Wally West, we saw pictures of him being blonde. And I think that's definitely Earth 2 Wally. Fight me, Josh.
No, that's a great theory.
Thank you. Positivity. Share the love, man.
I didn't even hear it. I've never heard that before you mentioned it.
Oh, I was going ham in the group chat last night. I wanted to be...
I had to stay out of the group chat. I didn't get to watch The Flash till about 1 in the morning last night, man.
I don't read the group chat when it says 100 unread messages. But...
Josh, you're missing all the messages I'm saying for you.
That's great. That's a great theory. It could be Wally. We haven't seen Wally in Earth 2 yet. That would be great. I would really like that if that was Wally.
Wow, I feel proud of my theory.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Josh,
people were saying it was Henry Allen or Barry's dad, and I didn't like that one. I didn't think it was.
And Josh alluded to this earlier, or did he?
Yeah, I did.
No, I did. The end shot. Josh, Cris and I kind of said our little theories. We did. So, Josh, I'll let you say what you thought about that last scene with Zoom.
Oh, I hope he's dead. I really hope he's dead. When Zoom just like when he was standing there, I'm like, it was just so obvious. I'm like, something's gonna happen. He's just standing there and Zoom.
There is no way he intentionally stood there. There is no way Jay intentionally stood by that portal. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but there is just no way. I see him standing there. I'm like, yeah, this is too easy. What's the real game here?
No, I don't think he's dead. I don't think he's dead, but like I want him to be. Like I really want Jay to be dead. Like after like that whole episode, I'm just like I want Jay to die so bad.
Josh
like, that whole episode, I'm like, Jay should die. He's awful in the show, and like, like his character is just terrible. And so when he gets his hand, like when that happened, I like screamed. I'm like, yes. I was so happy. And yeah, I really hope he's dead, but I don't think he is.
All right, yeah, that was Josh's thoughts. Cris, do you hate Jay that much?
No, he's that dude.
I like him.
Jay is an all right character. I don't know about him much in the comics and all. I mean, I've seen a few of his doings in Smallville season 11 comics, but the guy who plays Jay is a freaking hunk, man. That dude. That dude is like, I guess the second you see Caitlin looking at him like that, I'm like, yeah, I can see that.
There's something in that Velocity 9.
Yeah, there's something in that Velocity 9. But I mean, at first I was watching this, I'm thinking, what if there's a possibility that Jay Garrick is Zoom? Because, I read a lot of conspiracy theories on Twitter about the Flash and all that. Because you follow the right people, you're going to see some weird theories. But, I'm seeing the Zoom on one side and then Jay on the other, and during the other scenes in the last 20 minutes, I'm like, all right, that theory is debunked. But it's interesting. I don't know if Jay is... I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Jay wasn't dead in the end. Like, we see him later on in the episodes, but it's... there is just... If he was really standing by that portal on purpose, he's either a dumb character or the writing needed to get rid of him somehow. But
he is a dumb character.
Yeah. So, at the end, I'm just sitting there, on my couch. The portal's not officially closed. I'm like, you freaking idiot. You're going to get zoomed. And then he got zoomed. That's what I call it. So,
zoomed.
All right, here's my theory, right? So, we know that Harrison Wells and Jay Garrick don't like each other. And we saw what Jay told Earth One people that he was fighting Zoom, but I don't know if that really happened because we didn't really see that happen. That was a flashback, so I don't know how true that is. I think Jay and Harrison Wells accidentally created Zoom. All right, so I don't know how confident in that I am, but I think that Zoom was a person, but the Speed Force like has literally made him one with his suit, sort of like Venom, sort of that kind of like he's become the suit, like that is him, and I think he's almost dehumanized now. I don't think when they're gonna reveal who Zoom is, I don't think it's gonna be like, oh, a perfect Henry Allen. Oh, I was Zoom the whole time. Just kidding. Like I think it's gonna be some kind of just like a body of a human, but just like he has just been absorbed by the Speed Force, and the Speed Force has just traumatized him. And I do think Jay Garrick's up to something, man. I think he's a little fishy. I don't know.
Hey, you're 2 for 2 with theories today. That's a really good one too. I think that's probably right.
I feel nice, Josh complimenting me.
I really think that one's true too. Like I think Jay and Harrison are the ones that created Zoom, and that's why they both hate each other.
Yeah, like it's not like we really got explained why they hate each other. So
I think we will get a review who Zoom is. Like I think Zoom is an actual person, but I think you're correct about the part with
like it's consumed him, sort of.
Jay and Wells created him.
Yeah. Cris, do you have any Zoom theories? Jason Todd, maybe? Kylo Ren?
Oh yeah, Jason Todd is Zoom, man. That's just because Jason Todd has to be somebody. Okay, if he hasn't been anybody in the DC universe yet, he's gonna be Zoom. No, just kidding. No, honestly, I don't want to think too much into it because the more I think into it, the more it's when the reveal comes, I'm gonna either be really disappointed or really like, OMG, this happened, yay, hands in the air. But so the more I think into it, it's gonna ruin the OMG sensation. So but I like the theories; they are interesting.
Yeah, and yeah, like you said, you didn't really like theorizing about who it is. For me, I love that crap because like sitting and watching. I know this isn't here related, but watching The Force Awakens, like anytime something would happen, I'd go, I called it. And this one time, this lady had to ask me to shut up.
Did you call Han Solo getting stabbed?
No, it was 2 minutes into the movie, but I did call that. But yeah, Zoom is really, really cool. I think I like him more than Reverse Flash, and I really hope they don't kill him off. If they kill him off, I'll be pissed. Because where do you go from Zoom? Like, I know you still have Eobard Thawne, but
Weather Wizard.
I love Zoom.
The return of Weather Wizard.
Oh gosh, that guy's an emo punk.
Dude, no, he's bad in the comic stuff. Trust me, okay. He's got like a costume and everything. It's just the emo punk is better than what he would have looked like. Trust me, the modernization of what they're doing to their villains on the Flash, it's really good.
Yeah. So that's our kind of recap of the Flash season 2, episode 14, Escape from Earth 2. Definitely a great episode. So if you guys haven't checked it out, I'm sorry for spoiling it, but I'm not sorry because I warned you.
But, we warned you.
Yeah. So this was a great episode. I think we all agree that. So next thing we're gonna be talking about is Legends of Tomorrow, episode 4, White Knights. And the description of this episode is when Vandal Savage's retreat is accompanied by the disappearance of a series of nuclear scientists, the team follows his trail into the heart of the Soviet Union. In an effort to find his next target, Ray attempts to bond with a beautiful scientist. So, Josh, I know Josh is very good at kind of remembering what happened in the show. So, Josh, what do you think about this episode? And Cris, have you seen it?
Yeah, I saw it last night.
Okay, cool.
I can't remember anything that happened in this episode.
Dang it, I can't either.
Trey just vouched for you, dude.
No, I know.
I can't either. That's why I asked you.
We're on the air. He vouched for you.
I know. This is the first time in a while. I just can't. I don't know. This episode wasn't memorable to me at all. Because even when I was
watching,
a
very memorable episode.
Well, Cris watched it last night. So
I saw it on Thursday. On Thursday. On Thursday, I saw Deadpool. So I didn't watch it on Thursday night, but I watched it Friday, and I got like 30 minutes into it. I was pretty bored, so I'm like, all right, I'll finish it tomorrow. And Saturday, I didn't even watch it. Sunday, I watched like the other half, and I just thought it was, I don't know, it was kind of forgettable. Like, I guess Captain Cold and Ray do their thing. I guess he's like bonding with a girl, which was interesting. I don't know what they were trying to do. I liked Heat Wave and Rory. I mean, what's his name? Rip Hunter. I keep calling him Rory. His character in Doctor Who. He basically plays the same character, but Rip Hunter, and Heat Wave. I like them together. I thought they were a cool mix. And Sarah, I thought the best story was probably Sarah and what's her name? The Hawk Girl. Them two, they were like training together. That was pretty cool. But yeah, that's what I thought. It was alright.
Yeah, Chris is fresh off watching it. Chris, what are your thoughts?
Okay, first of all, Josh, you got to get your stuff together because I saw this yesterday. I saw Deadpool for a second time yesterday, and I watched The Flash. Okay, and I'm showing off here. Sorry.
But
anyway.
You did watch it yesterday. But
yes, all three.
You didn't watch it a week ago.
I'll watch it twice. I'll watch tomorrow's episode, and then I'll watch it twice. That's what I'll do.
But tomorrow's probably going to be a better episode.
Okay.
Well, we'll just have to watch tomorrow.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, okay. Sorry, I'm scrambling. This was a great episode. Character development played a huge role here. You have Jax and Stein bickering at each other.
Oh, that was great. I forgot about that.
Yeah. That was good. You don't see that as much in the first half of the episode, but later on you see it when they're fighting. The whole the Time Master trying to get Rip to come back in, and he has to, and they offer him a deal that he really shouldn't refuse, but then Heat Wave McRory is like in the background saying, "Man, I wouldn't do that, man. You gotta. I'm a crook, and I know he's trying to play you." And I'm like, "Oh, you see, we get different perspectives." Because you never see, because this is the first time Mick and Rip have really been in the same room solo together, like in shot. It was amazing because you don't see that, and he was right. Time Master trying to screw him over, but then Rip was like, "Haha, I listened to my team. Get charge." Everyone jumps out, getting out there, and then you got Sarah and whatever the hell Hawk Girl's real name is.
Kendra. Okay,
yeah, you got Kendra, and then you got Sarah doing their whole sparring thing, and then at first it's like Sarah's the master, Kendra's the apprentice, but then you see Kendra loses it, and then Sarah loses it at the same time, and then you find out they're just really both on the same page, but really they're on different pages. It's just so great.
Anakin Obi-Wan moment.
Like a what?
Anakin Obi-Wan.
Yes, exactly. Kind of. I'm gonna go into that later. And then finally, you have Ray and Leonard both doing their recon with the girl. And Ray thinks he's got this. He's fooling the audience. He's like, "Guys, don't worry. I'm a smooth talker, and I'm a good looker on the CW. I'm obviously gonna get this." But then he doesn't get it. And then here comes Leonard Snart doing his thing, where he just knows about ballet. And then it's like he gets the girl, and it's just defying everything that like the good guy stands for. It's like because like the movies and TV, they're always like, all right, the good guy's gonna get everything. Obviously, it's the CW show. Fingers are crossed he's gonna get it. But it's like, nope, bad guy got it. I'm a pimp. I'm walking away with your girl, and I got everything we needed. Thank you. And I'm dropping my mic. Okay, that was a great episode.
And Josh, are there any characters that you want to die immediately in this show?
Die immediately in this show?
Yes.
Don't say Heat Wave.
No, not Heat Wave, not Captain Cold. Do I want anyone to die immediately?
Yeah, like is there a Jay Garrick in this show?
Out of the whole cast, I would say Rip Hunter is the one I want to.
Man.
If I'm picking one, Rip Hunter, but I don't hate anyone in this show as much as I hated Jay Garrick. But Rip Hunter is just I don't know, I just don't like him as much as I just think I don't know.
You're just mad because Jay's a hunk. Just say it, man.
He's so annoying.
Moving on.
Bothers me.
Moving on.
When he's on screen, he just bothers me. Like he's so annoying. He's not.
Is it because his buff arms, his buff legs just take over the entire frame of the camera?
We're talking about Legends of Tomorrow.
Hey, someone brought Jay into this, man. I had to continue it.
No more.
I think what's his name? Adam. What's his real name?
Ray Palmer.
Ray Palmer. Yeah. Thanks. I think he was great on Arrow, and I like him here, but I just feel like the show doesn't have a use for him. Like, I love everyone else on this show, I just don't think the show has a use for him. And I thought he was supposed to be, like, the main character of the show, but he's, like, barely in it, I feel like. I would say if I really wanted to change something, put him back on Arrow. And then that's it. That's all I would change.
Yeah, so my opinion, I don't really have one because I forgot the whole episode, so that should tell you what I thought about it. I did like it when I saw it, though. So, yeah, that's kind of our DC TV show talk, because that's only shows that are noteworthy right now, I think. But for the moment, you all...
Arrow's good.
I just can't get into Arrow. But
And yeah, Josh, me and you are the only people on the show who likes Arrow, but since Trey is like running it, it's like,
you
okay,
and
we're
you
not
can
gonna
talk.
review
It's
Arrow.
just, I don't know if there's an audience for Arrow listening.
No,
but-
I would rather not talk. Like, Arrow's good, but, like, I like these two shows better. But also Gotham is pretty good. Like, big moments happen on these shows, I'll talk about them. But it's just...
Are we gonna start reviewing Gotham when it comes back on, or?
Maybe.
No.
I just don't know if they have the show
I
time
don't
for
think
it.
so. Like, Gotham's pretty good. Season 2 is great. Like, Season 2 is way better than the first season. I love Season 2, but it's not enough to, like, talk about it every week. I don't think people really care about Gotham.
Yeah, so now we're going to go into the moment you all been waiting for, except for Josh, the movie review of Deadpool. So, Deadpool is a former Special Forces operative turned mercenary and who is subjected to a rogue experiment that leaves him with ulcerated healing powers, accelerated healing powers, adopting the alter ego Deadpool. I can't read, but this movie stars Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool, Morena her last name's hard, Basarin as Vanessa, T.J. Miller as Weasel, Brianna Hildebrand as the coolest name ever, Negasonic Teenage Warhead, and Eggs Serkin as Ajax. So, I want to get this out of the way first. Josh, and if you guys don't like negativity, don't listen. But Josh, what did you think about Deadpool? You're positives. Positives. Stay positive.
We're going to do positives and negatives?
Yes, positives, please.
All right, positives. Ryan Reynolds is the perfect Deadpool.
Or actually, sorry, can we do negatives first? I'm going to get the negatives out of the way.
Okay, sure.
Sorry.
All right, negatives. This movie's not funny. It's not funny. I didn't laugh during this movie. I didn't think this was a funny movie. I laughed at certain scenes. Like, there's funny moments. Like, are we going into spoilers or no?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, so National is Women's Day. That is hilarious. That was great. There's funny moments like that, or the opening credits, the true heroes of the story.
Made by asshats.
Made by asshats. That was funny. But what else? Like, I don't remember the jokes in this movie. I didn't think there was enough memorable jokes. I wasn't a fan of the villain. I didn't think Francis was that great of a villain.
Say my name.
I just hated that. Whenever he said, say my name, I'm like, what's the point?
Yeah, I don't get that either, honestly.
And then the third flashback. Third flashback is so boring, and I checked my clock so many times during that flashback because I wanted the movie to end. That flashback was horrible, in my opinion. But what else? I just thought it was too long of a flashback. And then the action was good. I just didn't think it was amazing. I didn't think the action was amazing or anything. But I still like the movie. It's still a good movie, but I just have those problems. And I just don't get what people thought was so amazing about this movie. And there was one guy, like, this isn't anything involving the movie, but there was one guy telling me to be quiet before the movie even started. He was telling us, that me and my friends, to be quiet because we were talking too loud before even the preview started. And during the movie, he goes on his phone and starts texting and didn't even turn down his brightness. So
You should have called Negasonic Teenage Warhead, and he would have been dead.
Yeah, that pissed me off. Also, Colossus and Negasonic Teenage Warhead. Like, I know some people were saying they were a huge part of the movie. Like, they were saying they were a huge part of the movie. I thought the advertisement kind of did them perfectly because they were barely in the movie. But,
I think they were more than barely in the movie.
But one thing I gotta say for this movie is this movie sets up a great. This movie is going to set up a great sequel. This sequel for this movie is going to be great. I think Deadpool 2 is going to be amazing because my main problem with this movie, my one biggest problem was the third flashback, and I was so bored during it. So I think the sequel is going to be amazing.
Interesting. Yeah. Chris, what are your negatives?
Well, do we have to do negatives first, or can it be?
I just want to get the negatives out of the way so we can talk positivity.
All right. Well, I'm gonna ignore everything you just said, and I'm just gonna mix it up right now. Okay. So Deadpool was freaking great. Okay, it was not my favorite, but it was great, and it was great not because it had the merc with the mouth getting the movie he deserved, but it was great because it was a rated R comic book movie. And those are obsolete these days. I mean, the only rated R comic book movies you can tell from recent memory would be Kingsman, Watchmen, Sin City, 300, and Kick-Ass. And that's
all better movies.
Yeah. Those are all R-rated comic book movies that are great, but R-rated comic book movies are not around. You don't see a whole lot of them. And this one, with how much positivity it's getting with critics, ticket sales, and the box office, it's going to be setting a lot of green lights for maybe other comic book graphic novels that'll be adapted to the rated R standard, because you don't see a whole lot of them. You just don't. But I think this one's bringing in a lot of possibilities. So, and I will jump to Deadpool was great. Action was good. I don't give it a standing ovation. I still say it was like, oh, it's pretty good. Like, I saw it twice, and the second time I was like, it's okay. I can wait to see it a third time when it gets the Blu-ray. I'll show it to my brother and some parts to my sister because she just loves Deadpool. But and also I agree with what Josh was saying with the whole the third flashback being really boring, because that's when Wade is in the testing facility. He's just in that bed the whole time. You have him being tortured, all that stuff. It's just it's a little draggy, but I can understand.
It just took me out of the movie. Like that third flashback just took me out of the movie. Like I was just focusing on when's this movie gonna end during that flashback.
Movies gotta have their filler scenes, man. They gotta have their filler scenes. So some of them are okay filler scenes. This was obviously not the case, but you know what? It had to be. It was a scene that needed to be in there. Concerning negatives, positive. Oh yeah, one more positive was the best joke in that movie was when Colossus is dragging Deadpool away, and he says, "We're taking you to the professor." And then Deadpool says, McAvoy or Stewart. The timeline is so confusing now, man. Yeah. That was the best part.
That was really good. That
was the best part.
Yeah.
Okay.
Another great joke. When they were in the mansion, and I was actually thinking this. There was one part when they were in the mansion, and Negasonic Teenage Warhead opens the door, and I'm like, why is it only them two in that mansion? I'm like, is everyone on vacation?
And then he points out,
they don't have enough. He's like, is it just you two? Because I don't think the studio has enough to pay for the. Pay other X-Men. I couldn't stop laughing when he said that.
I knew they had to point that out.
What he said
was something I was thinking.
What he said was Colossic and whatever your name is, it's almost like the studio couldn't afford more.
Yeah.
Like something like that.
That was great. One of the best fourth wall breaks in that movie. And it was a great movie. I would give it, if I had to rate it, 8 out of 10. It was really good. And again, it's setting up new standards. It's setting up the Wolverine for rated R thing. It's going to be setting up more possibilities for rated R movies. Because, people who watch comic book movies, when Iron Man came out, there were people that were 10 or 12 when that movie came out. And now they're older, so they want to see more rated R stuff. And then this is part of that rated R stuff. I want to see more Sin City-like stuff. I want to see more Watchmen-like violence, freaking blood, cussing, everything. I want to see more. Okay, you can call that really messed up me. You can say I'm a little messed up in the head for wanting more of that stuff. But I mean, just face it, dude. When you guys were watching 300, you just loved seeing people just sword fighting, blood splattering everywhere, man. It was great. Okay, that's just the sort of stuff we can't get with today's comic book movies. But with Deadpool, it's setting up new standards.
Yeah, but all of those deserved rated R movies, and Deadpool.
Yes.
I just don't think. I don't think other things. A lot of things, only if they deserve a rated R. If they don't deserve a rated R, then don't be rated R. Like
my final note towards this, because I know we need to wrap this up. Not a lot of studios like to do rated R comic book adaptations because, you know, some movies are just like, okay, I don't know about this. We got to pass. You know, studios will do movies that they feel will be safe. Okay, so the rated R movies, it's just they don't feel like it's safe sometimes. But this one is gonna you know, shine some light bulbs. Okay, that's it. Final note. Well, I know we got to wrap this Deadpool thing up soon, but good movie. If you haven't seen it, go see it. Sorry if we were spoiling it. And the villain was a little stale, but you know what? It wasn't his movie. It was Deadpool's. The end.
Yeah. Okay. Now I get to talk. So
on one final note, actually, now go ahead.
Okay. Good. Yeah. So Deadpool, opening credits, beautiful. I thought they really introduced the character of Deadpool well. I will disagree with Josh. I thought that third flashback was needed just because it showed that Deadpool is going to keep his comedy. He's going to keep his jokes no matter what, because they did some crappy stuff to him. Negatives. I thought the ending was a little flat. Just that whole last thing in the helicarrier, I don't know why he brought her there out of all places. I don't get that. But honestly, other negatives, I wanted to see Hugh Jackman as Wolverine in there, or even just Hugh Jackman, period. I thought that could have really done well. But, negatives, I think that's probably about it for me for negatives. I think everything was funny. The jokes really hit with me, and I thought they were brilliant. Just all the stuff between Wade Wilson and Vanessa was great. All the stuff between Wade or Deadpool and, you know, that blonde or the blind chick was so funny. How he was just like saying what type of furniture to get, and then the stuff with him and Weasel, that was great. And the way I liked how he got his name, Deadpool. I think that was smart because I didn't know how he got his name.
Captain Deadpool.
Huh?
Captain Deadpool. Remember that?
Yeah. He's like no. And then
just Deadpool.
Yeah. And then I never heard of Colossus or Negasonic Teenage Warhead before, and I thought they were really cool.
You've never Colossus?
No.
He was in the other X-Men movies.
I don't remember him. Sorry. Anyways, I probably knew him, but I don't know. But I loved that scene. I knew it was coming too when Colossus. I'm not gonna try to do my best Colossus voice, but he's like, Deadpool, you need to. There are moments in every man's life where you. No! And he just throws up because Deadpool just shot Ajax in the head. Like, that was perfect. I was laughing hysterically. That is Deadpool, man. But, yeah, the comedy really hit for me. The action was insane, brutal. One negative is that I think they showed almost all the action scenes in the trailer, which disappointed me. All the trailers, even though I think the marketing was stellar. Like, we knew all the action scenes that happened in the movie almost because we saw parts of it. So that was a little underwhelming. But, yeah, overall, Deadpool, I really want to go see it again. I got, like, pretty sick over the weekend. I couldn't even do anything for 4 days. So I was going to go see Deadpool again, but I couldn't. So I'm going to go see it again this week. But 9 out of 10 for me, but I do want to see it again. So that...
Here, 1 second. 1 second. I want to give my positives. I didn't get a chance to give my positives.
Oh, true.
I was all negative.
Yeah, because Cris kind of screwed it all up.
I did.
Oh, wow.
Go me.
No, but alright, my positives. Ryan, like, I don't want to just say that I just hated this movie because I liked it. It was still good. Ryan Reynolds is perfect Deadpool. Ryan Reynolds is born to play Deadpool. He was great. Opening credits great. End credit scene was great.
Oh yeah.
There was some funny moments. Vanessa and Wade's relationship is great. Love their chemistry. Thought they were really good. They're one of the only good comic book relationships, and this is a love story, which I like. I just didn't think I just thought it should have focused more on the love story, because that was probably the best part of the whole movie. What else? I think that's really it. I mean, I thought I didn't think Weasel needed to be in this movie. I just thought he barely did anything, and then I thought the Francis's sidekick did nothing at all either.
I didn't like her. I forgot
I didn't like
that.
her
I didn't
either.
like her.
Yeah. I just don't think this is like the best comic book movie ever. Like people are making it out to be.
I don't think it's the best comic book movie ever.
Maybe I just went into this movie too overhyped because like what I was hearing is best comic book movie ever, 8+, 10 out of 10.
Well, that was from John Campea.
Or no, like just everyone saying like one thing was John Campea, like, just kind of overhyped it, because that was like the 7th movie he gave a 10 out of 10, so I'm like, this movie has to be amazing for sure. And I just went into it. I just like whispered to my friend halfway, like 30 minutes into the movie, I'm like I'm watching the movie for like 15 minutes. I'm like, is it just me, or is this movie not as good as I thought it would be? And then I whisper to my friend, and I'm like 45 minutes into the movie, I whisper to my friend, I'm like, hey, what do you think of the movie? Because I'm not really loving it. And he's like, yeah, me neither.
No wonder that guy told you to shut up. Just kidding.
Yeah, so I don't know. It was that's just me.
On a side note, I'm going to Comic-Con Denver, and the girl who plays Vanessa Morena, whatever her name is going to be there, so that's cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
I would just talk to her about Gotham.
Too. Huh?
She's in Gotham.
Who does she play?
She plays.
She's lead, dude. Jim's girlfriend.
She's James. Yeah,
I haven't seen that show in a while, so
she's one of Gordon's She's Gordon's girlfriend, and she's great in Gotham. So when she got cast in Deadpool, I got really excited.
Yeah, she was great in Deadpool.
Oh, she was, and she's pretty good in Gotham. Like, it's kind of, she's pregnant now with James Gordon's baby in real life, but with Gordon's baby
in real life.
Yeah, in real life. So
wait, so she's dating the actor who plays Gordon?
Yeah.
That never works well.
I did not know that.
Oh, so she's gonna be pregnant when I see her?
Yeah, she's gonna be pregnant next time you see her.
Son of a.
Oh yeah, actually, yeah. When you see her, she'll be probably a few months pregnant.
Freaking Gordon, man.
I was gonna tell you. Make sure you tell her that you saw her naked, but it's all good because you paid to see the movie. But if she's pregnant, it's gonna be weird.
Well, I don't have to worry about Carrie Fisher being pregnant, who will also be there. And hopefully not Stan Lee is pregnant.
The kid.
What?
The kid, her baby, when she baby grows up and watches Deadpool.
That's gonna be weird. But yeah, so that is gonna wrap up our show. A lot of reviews of certain things, comic book movie related today. And I would like to thank Cris, who's basically becoming a series regular on this. So this is our 3rd show.
I'm surprised you guys invited me back. I'm appreciative, man. Thank you.
Yeah, sure.
You're great on the show. We're gonna keep inviting you until you do bad.
Yeah, that's not.
I honestly, I thought you guys were looking for another guy already. That's why I didn't ask you guys about coming back on. I'm like, I gotta find another guy by now, right? Obviously, but and then Trey sends me the text a half hour before we start recording. I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
I was at school. I didn't get out to school later because I had to do this thing. So that's why I didn't let you know earlier. But
no, it's all good.
Yeah, so that was going to wrap up our show. I'd like to thank Cris for coming on again. Thank Josh. And like I said earlier, you can find Cris on Twitter at Henry Cavill's Abs. Just kidding. Cris, where can people actually find you?
Or also at I'm in love with Jay Garrick, Spotty.
Or at I hate Jay and I hate
Jay
Deadpool.
Garrick's. Hey, no. Jay Garrick's triceps. Okay, triceps. Henry's got the buys. Okay. Jay's got the triceps.
At Jay Garrick's triceps is where you'll find.
My Twitter's in the description if you don't follow me already, which some of you viewing are probably already do.
Cris wants to go deeper in Jay Garrick than Velocity 9 did. But Josh, where can people find you?
Josh
just died.
Me.
Oh no.
Who'd you say?
You. But I don't know if Cris actually did his plug or not.
No, I don't even know what to say. I'm still on that Velocity 9 burn. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, Josh, where can people find you on social media?
You guys can find me at Joshua7520 on Twitter and YouTube, Grandma Josh.
Yeah, and you can find me on Twitter at the Treyinator. So that'll wrap it up today. Thank you for listening, and see y'all later.